to sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. Hey guys, I'm Golf Master, and today we're going to be doing golf tutorial number 4. This is the first of this series to have the higher quality video, so make sure to stay tuned. Alright, so in this one we're going to be learning how to hit long irons and shape them as well, because that's some of the most important parts of our game. Here I have it set up with just this tiny little about 2-yard baby fade. And I got out my 4-iron. I got it around 185-yard landing spot. So the biggest thing in every swing, like you've heard, is to keep it in sync. All the way through the motion, your arms and your body. Always going forward. With long irons, you want to make sure that you're not swinging too hard. If you do, you're going to duff it, you're going to shank it, all kinds of things are going to happen that goes wrong. So you're going to make sure that you set it up to it, and being with your long irons, you got to make sure that you're comfortable. A lot of people aren't comfortable with long irons, which is why they go to hybrids. So I'm just going to hit one, and I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to tell you what I did. So really good swing there. Obviously a little bit of an overhit. Went 203 with my 4-iron. But good landing, about 187-yard carry. What I like to do, because I know I'm going to come through really hard, is I open up my club face at impact. This is not something you have to do for all of them. But I opened it up about maybe 2 degrees, just so that, but before I hit, so that whenever I come through, it's nice and square. Another thing I did to ensure that I hit a fade, I put it in about the middle of my stance, and I just kind of came through and opened up my swing a little bit more. It's pretty simple. If you want it to go right, just open it up. Not too much. Granted, you'll shank it. Just make your swing, everything about it, go a little bit to the right. Want to draw it, put it in the front of your stance to the left. You'll see that in a second. This is really about comfort. I can give you some basic tips. This is all about what you want to do. Now when it gets to cutting and all that, I can help you. But long irons is more about how you feel with them and then your confidence level, as it is with most of golf. So I'll hit one more baby fade, and you can just see that I've lined up my feet probably about 30 yards to the left of my target, because I'm going to fade it a little bit. It's going to come out a little bit straighter just because I'm shaping everything to go a little bit to the right. So my feet are aligned at a certain point. You gotta always get that going whenever you're trying to cut or just draw any kind of shaping. And you're going to make sure that you have your ball and your club in the same position on your chest. So I like to put mine, if I have a zipper, if I have the button-up polo, try to put it right down the middle. And I just open it up, like I said, at 2 degrees. My feet are still pointing. Back up if needed. Bend my knees. And I just make sure that no matter which way I'm going, that I have a nice clean rotation of the hips and the arms, and making sure that everything's in sync all the way through the ball. So now that you know the basics of how to hit a long iron shot, the very basics, I'll give you that. We're going to practice about shaping in different ways. So we're going to go ahead and change the settings, and we're going to start cutting. Okay, so here I have it set up about 30 yards to the right of what it was. Still 185-yard landing zone. This time, most important thing is figuring out how much you want to cut. So you have to figure out your initial target. So if you look up here, I always try to pick the highest thing in the sky. So in my sky, I'm going to pick this little peak right there, and that's going to be where I'm trying to aim. So I line my feet with that, and whenever I line my feet, my shoulders go with it. So my shoulders right now are aiming at that highest little peak up there. And then I'm actually going to open my club face up about double what I was. And I'm just going to try to swing not too far out and straighter, have a straighter angle at it. I'm just going to, just about a little bit more than what I typically do. I'm just going to come through the ball going that direction, but still hitting it clean. And my finish, Arnold Palmer always had the helicopter, so mine's going to look a little bit like that, or maybe a Seve Ballesteros kind of thing. But I'll hit one more, or I'll hit one as an example, just to show you what that looks like. So I got my line. actually stayed relatively straight. Well struck, very well struck. But you saw how it did start off at a different angle from where my body was aimed, and it ended up finishing not too far off line. So I'm gonna actually hit this a little bit farther in the front of my stance just to see if I can get a little bit more of it going. And we're gonna adjust our aim, probably just straight at that white line, so that top peak up there. And we're just gonna see if we can get a nice huge cut on it. Oh wow. Well, that did not do any kind of cut at all. And I'll tell you why. I did not come through the ball with my club and have the same swing to do it. So, that was a heck of a shot, granted, but I need to start actually getting through it the right way in order for it to cut. And then you'll be able to see what it looks like. So I'm just gonna do just about the same thing again. And that's the cut. You see how much that's going? That's basically a slice. But the only reason it's not one is because I hit it so pure and natural and clean. Because look how far that went. And you have to think whenever you're shaping shots, it's not necessarily going to go the distance that you regularly would hit it. It's just it's just a point whenever you get to so good at your golf game, you just have different shots to hit. So I'm going to hit one more, and this one's going to be right at the hole. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That right there was a good shot. I just had an abbreviated finish, and I came through the ball perfectly, as you can see. Open, whenever you're hitting a cut, you don't want to keep it square but open, just a tad bit. So I came through it, abbreviated finish, beautiful shot. So next we're going to move on to the draw, and I'll show you how that works. So now we're going to be knowing how to draw with our 4-iron. It may not look pretty, but it gets the job done for me. I'm just going to put it in the front of my stance, about right in front of the line with my front foot. Close the club face just a tad bit. I'm going to take an abbreviated backswing along with about a half follow through, just going this way. We're going to go ahead and show you what that looks like real quick. I just stayed straight. And I only typically use this shot whenever I'm trying to get out of a tough lie. Most of my shots are cuts and straight, or I just aim a little bit left. Haven't had to hit one of these in a while, so I'm having a little bit of trouble. I'll be honest with you. So I'm just gonna continue to close my club face and get through the ball. I don't believe I did that.
I believe you did that.
Thanks, Summer. So we'll try that again. Just get it going the right direction. Yeah, now it's drawn. You see how now it's really low, a little left, but it got the job done. We'll have a separate video on other shot shapes, but that's pretty much the gist of it with longer irons. Guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any other questions regarding how to hit shots, just comment below and we'll put a video up.